Not.
Does it say C?
Where?
Also, you're recording.
Oh, no. Box around your head?
No, okay. Here, you're recording again. It's impossible. If it was 0 ISO, that means it would have no light sensitivity. So literally it would just be black. You already knew this. You knew this.
I knew that it
Hey, it's Paul.
And Faye.
Where are we at?
We're at the Douglas Loop Farmers Market.
We had to get some coffee first.
Yep.
Yeah, and so the Douglas Loop Farmers Market is the biggest one that I know of. I'm sure I know there are other farmers markets in Louisville, but this one clearly is the best that I've seen. Usually I don't get stuff because it's super expensive compared to what I normally am, and I'm kind of a budget nerd. At the same time, it's still really neat to come out here and see what everybody else is doing.
For where I'm from, like, farmers market is super small. It's gonna be just like produce, veggie, that kind of thing. When I went to college, their farmers market there was pretty cool. It had other things like soap, homemade chapsticks. I think it's really neat to see other people who have a passion and have a skill that they've honed, and to celebrate that instead of just buying something from like a Kroger or a Walmart.
What I'm getting is farmers market is local food, local people, local vibes.
Local vibes, and just a celebration of people working hard and making something or growing something.
Yeah, also, I'm talking like a news reporter because we definitely plan this and we put the camera kind of far away from ourselves. Because I know in the last couple videos, we're all over the place, so we wanted to give you some level of structure of what's going on today.
Yeah. My mom would always make, shout out to my mom, I love you, Mom. She would make like homemade jams, or like she would make hand pies, and so she would like cook down apricots and stuff, so I'm always here for like a homemade jam or a salsa. I love pickles. Paul doesn't like pickles, but they're like my favorite. They have like a ton of homemade jams. They've got blueberry peach, strawberry pineapple, nectarine, jalapeno peach. That's probably super good. They even have their own ketchup, which is kind of cool. Look at that. Wow. Is it your family farm, or?
We've been farming in this position since about the 1960s.
Oh wow.
We raise beef, lamb, and goat.
Okay.
We also do some produce, jams and jellies. I make all of the jams and jellies. I'm in charge of the sheep and the goats. If you buy any meat from us, I have run that little booger across the field. And believe it or not, a farmer's market selling directly to the consumer is the best way for us to try to meet the bills.
Giovanni, come here. Come here. Because I talk too much here.
Well, while I'm here, the cheese are Italian style. They're made with the style that I learned in Italy when I was about 10, 12 years old. So yeah, you cannot find this cheese even in Italy anymore. One day my father, we were in Lexington, my father said there is no cheese here. I said, well, then we start to make cheese.
Thank you. This is the one in the jar?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that good?
Wow.
But you can use multi ways, you know, you can use the soil. Some customers
my goodness.
So
have
good.
like more oil.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have had stuff like this before, but this is the best.
Yeah.
By far the best.
These are actually super affordable. Like, this whole bouquet is only $15, which is, like, I hate to say a steal, but like, this is like, a lot of florists would sell this for like $30, $40. So this is amazing that it's just here. And look how stunning these color mixtures are. You've got like some like fall color ones with like yellows and reds, and then these. I honestly don't know half the flowers in this, which is wild. Just their,
So I'm not very like hipster about a lot of things. Well, okay, let me start again. I'm not like traditional vegan hipster with like fancy soap stuff. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's like I don't feel like that was good enough. The soap is good. The soap is good, and I'm not the target market for this soap, but it's so good, and it just makes you feel so much better.
I love cloves. Like, cloves are one of my favorite scents. And just the idea that I could rub that all over my body makes me really excited.
We're based here in Louisville. All of our popcorn comes from Jenkins Farm out of E-Town, Kentucky.
Okay.
So it's all natural, local corn. Popcorn, no sugar, salt, no allergens, no nuts, no dairy. We've been in business since 2012. In fact, we started right here at this farmer's market. It's the best market in town. I mean, it really is. It's just a good setting and just a good market. Now we've grown, we've got a distribution going. You can find us in Kroger's, Liquor Barns, Paul Street Markets, Lucky's Markets, Garden Gate, stores through all state of Kentucky, southern Indiana, southern Ohio.
Man, so you went
ship
from
all across the country.
So you went from farmer's market just popping for, I guess, fun, or why'd you decide to
Just for
start?
fun.
Yeah.
Just for fun. I am Mr. G.
What is like one niche kettle corn fact or like some jargon that we should know?
Oh, well, let's see
If there
here.
is
I
any.
can't give all my secrets away.
No.
Like this corn here that you see here, this is called a mushroom corn. So it's big round kernels. The corn that you're used to getting in the grocery store, or microwave popcorn or any of that nature is called a butterfly corn.
Okay.
So it pops out
The
two little
shape,
wings.
right.
It's got more of a crunch to it. Where this here is more of a fluffy corn. It's a coated corn, but once you put it in your mouth, it literally just melts away. So it's a real, see here, it's just fluffy inside, where the other's more crunchy.
Right.
So yeah.
So why the farmer markets? Like, like why do you come here?
It's definitely, if you can get into a couple good farmers markets, it's a good bread and butter part of growing vegetables and raising animals. You definitely have to find the right farmers markets, and not every city only has a few, so it can be a little competitive. You gotta stick with it. Like, it took us 3 years to get into this market. We applied every year and then
Did
finally
not realize this was competitive to get in here.
that we love to grow vegetables and healthy food and be stewards of our farm. And
So I grew up in Texas. I grew up hunting, and so it's like like knowing where your meat comes from is really important to me. And so like even this like makes me feel better than just like off of a grocery store shelf.
Well, we're Lebanese, and there's something that we eat with chicken and meat, and it's called Toom Sauce. Toom stands for garlic in Arabic. This garlic sauce stays in the fridge for 50 days.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's so diverse. You can eat it. I mean, we eat it with chicken, meat, and vegetables. We marinate with it, and we cook with it.
So good. It's like strong, but it's not too much.
We have baba ganoush. Baba ganoush is a dip that is kind of similar to hummus. It's got the same ingredients, except it's not made with chickpeas. It's made with eggplant.
And 10 times better.
These are all Lebanese recipes, so this is all authentic. We only use natural ingredients, no filler, and absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, it's nice and smoky. It's so good.
Comme un écho qui s'évapore dans l'univers.
We are at Soonergrass.
Soonergrass Norris.
We're sitting on the front porch right now because we didn't want to be wildly obnoxious.
We just wanted to be medium obnoxious. We're still at a
Medium
coffee shop,
obnoxious.
so do you want some coffee?
I do.
Okay, all right, I'll be back.
So we are gonna try a couple things because we didn't try it while we were walking around. One, because I'm super clumsy and I wouldn't have been able to eat it without dropping it. This was Paul's Christmas gift from me last year. And he uses it all the time, which makes my heart super happy.
It's part of my everyday carry.
So this is a guava cake.
Don't cut it with that, don't cut it. It's all covered in oil. We just gotta bite it.
We're in Africa.
Yeah, I feel like motor oil probably would mess with the taste.
Wow. I don't,
Is it aggressively sweet?
has,
Oh,
like,
it's so
sweet
dense.
things. Yeah, it's like thick.
Definitely, and it's not overly sweet at all. And it is not highly sugary. Like, I could definitely eat that, and I can't eat a lot of aggressively sugary stuff.
Yeah. So these are like Brazilian, almost like bonbons. That's what their little marker said. These are like, they're so smooth.
Yeah.
They were very good. And she was so nice. Like, she talked to us about like her kind of story of how she moved here and her kids and stuff.
So many first generation immigrants.
Oh yeah, which was awesome. The last thing we're gonna try is pretty American. This is Mr. G's Kettle Corn. Mr. G was super nice and taught us so much about popcorn.
His story was so cool, where he went from the farmer's market to being a relatively large business very quickly, just from making kettle corn.
Yeah,
All right.
good kettle corn.
Classic. That's so good.
Like one, you have
Clearly
like
designed.
one Brigadeiro and like wait, or like this you eat slowly. This stuff is just like, I could just eat this whole bag.
This was clearly designed by a culture that has a healthy relationship with food. This was clearly designed by somebody who wanted to eat because they were bored.
And
That's not true. I know the history of popcorn. Don't at me. I didn't realize how many of them were so international.
Yeah, I would love to see more of that. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
I was just like really inspired.
And the farmer's market is such a great place to go for a couple reasons. One, like, you're supporting people. Like, what did that one person say? Like 80%?
Yeah, they said that their farmers market booths were like the bread and butter of their income. And that's the other thing, is you trust these people because they've grew the veggies and pulled them out of the ground and washed them, and that's worth waiting for a Saturday.
And I had known that too. I think the price was always tough for me on some of this stuff. Like, I could go there and get broccoli for $5 a pound versus at like $2 a pound at Kroger or whatever. But to see how much of an impact it makes on their business really makes me reconsider potentially maybe even just cooking one meal a week with their stuff.
overall, we had a great time. All of the vendors were so sweet and nice to talk to us. And it was just great to hear all their stories and why they stop eating my popcorn. Why they opened their shops and their passions. We had a great time. It was a blast, and I would super recommend if you're in Louisville on a Saturday. I don't think it's open in the winters.
Yeah, they close for the winter. You just gotta look it up.
Yeah. But it was a great time.
Douglas Loop Farmers Market. That's what it's called.
Comme un lion dans ma cage, blotti dans mes draps, enragé, prêt à dévorer. Dans les couloirs de la vie, on se perçoit. Assieds-toi.